Welcome everyone to the V8 Supercar official online series, proudly presented by the V8sonline Superstore, Direct Clutch Services and V8 Supercars fan group. Jay Kennedy and Stephen Sandman Clark bringing you all the action of round 8 of season 2 2013 from Oulton Park. G'day Sandman.
G'day Mr. Kennedy, g'day to everyone watching. I'm really looking forward to this race. Oulton Park can be quite testing as far as driver commitment. So many different bumps and undulations. It's going to be a cracker. Yeah,
it's going to come down a lot to set up this week. It's a really tough track, but got rid of one of the chicanes, so still have those lovely chicanes with the big tyre walls, the tyre barriers we've seen a lot of carnage at before, so should be in for another cracker race tonight, 30 laps with pit stops. Your favourite thing, Sandman?
Oh, we do love a good pit stop, and I think it was a good move, taking away that back chicane. It really does, give you a nice sort of passing opportunity if you can get a decent run out of the hairpin, and it should make for some really good racing now.
Yeah, that longer straight coming up to the heavy braking of the chicane will should, fingers crossed, make it a little bit easier to see some passing this week. Now, Matthew Hill joining us this week for our hot lap. G'day, Hilly.
G'day, Jay. G'day, Sandman. Hello, everyone.
Bit crook, mate. You had to have a night off on Thursday night from commentating?
Yeah, mate. Got the dreaded case of the man flu, the severe case. Oh, man, it was tough.
I bet, mate. I hope you're okay. I hope you've hadn't had to go to hospital or anything. So
yeah, that's right. I got a pat on the head from the missus. She told me I'll be right. I had to believe
it. I hope she's not in listening distance.
Oh no, she'll never hear that.
Unless she's watching tonight.
Of course. My number one fan, my wife.
So Hilly, take us for a lap around this track and we'll talk to you after it. One of your favourite tracks, I'm sure, no doubt.
It's very, very bumpy, very difficult, and one that's really enjoyable when you get it right. Just heading into the last corner, I try to stay in third gear, really tight apex and get it nice and straight. The car tends to get a bit airborne over this little rise there before the start finish line. Short shift into sixth, back down to fourth. Really important to hit the apex, straighten the car up, get a nice drive. I sort of hold fifth here, get off the accelerator back to fourth, double kiss this apex, nice and early on the accelerator, really get out there nice and straight. Very tricky corner coming up, back to fifth, sort of float the car through, try and keep it as tight as you can, back to second gear, nice and tight. Oh, that's hard to get out of there. Third gear, fourth, fifth gear, nice and early. Very, very difficult. The car tends to drift out really wide. If you're not careful, you'll end up in the grass and into the wall. Second gear, heavy braking zone. Good overtaking position. Keep it nice and tight as you can to those two tyres without touching them. Third gear through this little right-hander. Get it nice and straight. Very tricky over this. Very hard to keep it flat out. Takes a lot of commitment. Double apex right-hander coming up. Fourth gear for me. Double kiss there. Nice and straight. Over that hill. If you're not straight over that hill, you'll end up sideways for sure. Nice and early on the brakes. Try not to lock them up and nice and tight. Get it nice and straight and get the power down. That's a lap of Oulton without the pesky Britain's chicane.
Yeah, not a bad lap either, mate. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's got the race set up in.
Yep.
Pretty average there, but I'm just glad I didn't put it in the wall, I think.
Well, we've seen that a couple of times at this track in a hot lap. I think this is the track that everyone seems to spin it at, so did a good job to keep it off the fence.
Oh, thanks.
How's your preparation been leading up to this week? Obviously, it's different this time round. You've got some new colours on board. You're with a new team. So how's your preparation been leading up to Oulton Park?
Actually, really good. The boys have really come up with a pretty killer setup. I know Emerson, unfortunately, doesn't look like he'll be racing tonight, but he is absolutely on the pace and put in an excellent result yesterday. And Vale is always that couple of tenths faster than me. So we've got a good car underneath us and hoping that we'll finish the race in a respectable position.
Well, Oh, sorry, go Seaman, go.
No, I was just going to say, without hurting too many feelings, how's it different now that you've joined a team? Because I know so many people out there, somewhat maybe privateers, and you've had yourself, you've been with a team, and now with a new team. How do you find that transition? And is it a big change?
Well, it is a huge change. I mean, everybody sets the cars up differently. They have different procedures for the week in practice, and if there's anybody out there who is wanting to know the difference between driving solo and having a team, it's having that extra couple of heads there that might be able to set a sort of problem that you're having with the car straight. I mean, it's definitely worth having a look to, and if you get yourself into a decent team, you'll go all right if you've got the skills there.
I'm offended, Hilly. I'm offended. As a former teammate, I'm offended. No, you've done very well.
Where I came from, they gave me a start. I'm really appreciative.
We couldn't help you as much as we would have liked last season, so we're happy that you're doing well, and we wish you all the best as you left. And you've done pretty good this season. You've shown some good improvement.
Yeah, thanks. Still a lot to go. I mean, I'm still very much learning. Sometimes you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I'm trying like buggery.
Well, we might let you go and get ready for this race, mate. We'll no doubt see you in qualifying in about 8 minutes' time, and then we'll talk to you after the race.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Have a good call.
See you, mate.
Now, of course, last week, Watkins Glen, a real big changer in the championship, although the championship standings didn't really show a major difference, but with Justin Ruggier still leading the championship. But Madison Down, we know that he had a week or 2 weeks where he hadn't had great results, and that's really going to benefit him coming towards the end of this championship. 8 best scoring rounds will count, so we'll run through the top 10 as it stands after last week. Justin Ruggier, P1, 161 point lead over Josh Muggleton, and Madison Down in 3rd, but it's definitely closing up. If you have a look from 9th back through to 15th, there's only 30 or 40 points separating about 8 guys, so it's going to be really close in this championship coming up in the next couple of weeks.
It's fantastic, isn't it? It's a credit to our series and the way the points are, and it's so handy just to have those drop rounds. I mean, yeah, it works in someone's favour when you have a bad week as far as an accident or your internet drops out. But sometimes, unfortunately, our personal lives get in the way, and we can't always make every week. But it does give a lot of these guys a real chance when you get to drop a couple of rounds.
I also will give our little bit of apologies if you are watching us on our Twitch channel and are hoping to chat with us. The chat seems to not be working tonight, so our apologies for that. We might try and see if we can fix it after qualifying. So our deepest apologies about that. We might switch over to qualifying as it stands at the moment. Madison Down currently pole position again. He's been dominant this season for sure.
Yeah, has had a pretty good car all week. Actually, had a chat to him through the week as far as car setup, and he's been really comfortable. Made maybe 1 or 2 changes yesterday, but the times are just showing. He's got 2 tenths up his sleeve over Ruggier at the moment, and that's it's a bit scary when Madison finds himself fairly comfortable with the car. So, but we've seen so many things happen throughout the season, different events. Anything can happen, and the nature of this racetrack with so many bumps, and it's just some points are really hard to get on the throttle. It can catch anyone out. Yeah,
especially as well, pit stops thrown in there as well, and there is some real different strategies that the guys can take tonight. 2 tyres, 4 tyres, early stop, mid stop, late stop. There's real different strategies that all the guys can take tonight, so it could really be mixed up coming up towards the end of the race.
And also a big key, which I found, I didn't watch the earlier race tonight, but I know last night's races I was fortunate enough to be involved in, and a lot of people took no tyres because this place is so hard to pass. So that's another interesting factor to take into consideration as well. Yeah,
but I guess the main difference with this season, as when we had Hilly in for the hot lap just then, there is actually a passing opportunity, a true passing opportunity this time around with that chicane being removed from the circuit. So track length is about 8 metres shorter than what we had last time removing that chicane, but it's really changed the dynamics of the racetrack just having 1 chicane less.
Certainly made a couple of drivers happier too, because when you find yourself coming out of that right-hand chicane, you're trying to get on the power and you battle on the bumps, and then you're already with that chicane, you're sort of backing down the cogs again on the gears and down onto the brakes and getting through that first chicane. So it really does change the dynamic, and like you said, a brilliant overtaking move or opportunity there anyway.
Now, tomorrow night, we saw a few weeks ago, we had the first ever iRacing State of Origin race. I don't know if you actually caught that one, Sam, but absolutely awesome fun. One of the most fun events I've ever been involved in. And tomorrow night is round 2. Really looking forward to it. We hopefully will have team captain John O'Barry from New South Wales in very, very soon, but he seems to have gone MIA, must be at the pub.
It is a cool concept, though. A lot of people getting behind State of Origin, and it's really a great concept where you've got an oval race and a road race sort of thrown in the mix. It's really good.
So apparently we'll have Jono in very, very soon. It is his choice of car track combo. I believe the tracks are...
Oh, are you allowed to say?
Mental blank. Yeah, no, I know there's 2 possible combinations. I have to double check what they are. It'll either be the Monte Carlo SS, the late model at Las Vegas, or the Kia Optima at Phoenix. Now, both those cars are quite fun. So either way, it'll be definitely another fun event. And I have been speaking to Daniel, guys. Daniel will be in to rev up the New South Wales boys again in the commentary box. So I have got my earplugs ready.
Now, being Victorians, mate, I don't know which way to sway. Do we go New South Wales? Do we go Queensland?
No, I have to go Queensland. Being Victorian, we hate New South Wales, don't we? I know I do.
I won't tell you where I was originally born then.
Oh, well, how do we kick Sam in from the commentary box here? I won't hold it against you, mate. No, so hopefully we'll have John O'Barry come in for a quick chat and announce the car track combination that he will be selecting. Now, also, can we announce this yet? Can we announce it?
I reckon we should. I was just putting it out there.
All right.
Our director's given us the okay.
All right, we will make our special announcement. As of next season, v8sonline will be live 3 nights a week. Cannot wait to tell you all about this. So Monday night, proudly presented by V8 Supercars Fan Group, we will be live for the V8 Supercar Championship. On Thursday nights, thanks to Track Racer, we will be live for the Grand Am Series. And Wednesday nights, we will be live. Sam, man, hold on to yourself. You're excited about this. For the first time ever in Australia, we will be broadcasting a NASCAR Truck Series every Wednesday night. So big thanks to the guys at Sim Instruments for putting their support behind us. We will make it official now. Wednesday night trucks here on v8sonline, starting from next season, so 4 weeks' time. So if you aren't much of an oval driver, you've got a couple of weeks to try and get your license up high enough. We will be broadcasting every Wednesday night next season for Wednesday night trucks, proudly presented by Sim Instruments.
Oh, baby, I can't wait for that. Love my oval racing, and mate, I can't wait to dart out of the commentary box and get into the trucks. It's really going to be a good fun series.
As long as I can see you in my mirror, I don't care. Now, John O'Barry now has joined us, captain of New South Wales. Also, Rob Hartley, captain of Queensland for the iRacing State of Origin Series. G'day, guys.
Guys.
Hi, Jake.
Now, Jono, I believe it's your turn to make your choice for tomorrow night. What car track combo will we be running tomorrow?
Supercar at Charlotte, aren't we?
Because that's the only track you like in the V8, is it?
Yeah, it's the only one I can drive around without crashing. We'll go to the Kia at Phoenix.
Sounds good. Cannot wait. Kia Optima will be the Phoenix road course first, which actually is one of the most fun little Rovals I've ever driven. So Sam, man, you might want to have a go at that later on.
Oh,
and then of course the oval circuit later on, which is a good fun oval as well. I don't know how the Kia goes on the oval, but I'm sure it'll be good fun. Do we want the punching gloves on yet, boys, between you two, or you settled at the moment?
I'm dying tonight, so I've got to save it for tomorrow.
Well, we might let you go then. Yeah, there will no doubt be payback. We'll let you guys go. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
Now, I believe it's pretty much time for qualifying as well. It was sort of got there very, very quickly in the end.
Yeah, no mucking about. The last chance for all these guys to have a last crack at qualifying. Like you said, Madison down on pole with a 1:31.255. Justin Ruggier right on his tail, 131.421. So not much in it between those two, and it's their last chance to have a real red hot go for qualifying.
Yeah, really looking forward to this qualifying. It's definitely going to be a very, very close session. Not sure who my money's on, whether we'll see any improvement, but from what we've seen the last couple of weeks, there's bound to be someone make a big improvement because we've just seen it time and time again now.
Yeah, it seems to be the nature this season, doesn't it? And makes me wonder too if some of these guys will take the opportunity to maybe even, get teammates involved and use a bit of the draft because, like we said, we've taken out the chicane this time round, and it's a nice opportunity there to get a bit of a slingshot as far as the draft.
Well, that's now become the fastest point on the track. In past seasons, the fastest part was coming into the final corner or down the front straight. So it's as I said, a different dynamic to this track this time around. It's a really, really fun circuit.
I know the one time, or a couple of times, you get a decent run out of that hairpin, and if you're really on it and you got the car hooked up, you're almost on the river limiter in 6th gear coming into that chicane. So yeah, nice fast part of the track, and I am interested to see. I haven't seen much of it through the week as far as people trying to use that draft with teammates, but it was something that we did see a lot of in seasons gone by.
Yeah, I'm sure we will see it. Know that the nature of the guys in this series, there'll be guys that will be trying it. They can't help it. See any chance to get a bit of TV time bunching up together, and any chance that they get to maybe find that extra 10th, because that's all that's separating all these guys. They'll take it. So getting pictures through now.
Talking about that, times like Muggo in P3 31.547, Emerson 31.586. I mean, literally nothing between those guys. So like you said, half a 10th or a 10th gain will get you up a couple of spots.
Guys battling here on an outlap trying to find a bit of position. So Justin Ruggier and Sean Kelly getting a bit close together. Justin's actually on it here, a bit of a fast outlap.
So he's just trying to get himself some space. This place is hard enough as it is with the bumps and undulations, so nice clear track is a huge key, and that's probably exactly what Justin's trying to look for.
Yeah, probably be looking to try and draft the right person as well. Sometimes having the right car ahead of you can make a big difference. Might go, Tony Autridge will be the first driver out on a flying lap. Quick look at him, his best lap for the week at 1:32.514. Ellis as well, yeah. Sorry, go Sam.
I was going to say, the boys at TTR have all been fairly happy with their setup. Obviously, with Madison Down, with the boys at Tats.com Racing, they've all, pretty much running almost the same setup, maybe a couple of tweaks here and there. And I know Tony sort of will be looking to bounce back after a bit of a shocker last night. Had some dramas in the earlier race.
Looking at back through the times, Justin Ruggier, a good first sector split at 24.2. Should be competitive in regards to the times, be about what we're looking for. But currently P2, 1:31.4 is a smoke ahead of him. I'm not sure who that was. Second split point will be just here over the hill. 42.9, that's not a bad time.
Car looks good, he's clipping all the apexes and just bumping those ripple strips, so car looks really good, nicely balanced.
It doesn't look like there's too much drift in the car as well. You can sometimes tell how good a car's handling just by the amount of drift the guy's getting the exit across the line for a 1:31.779, and he's continuing on. So I think Justin might be testing something in regards to setup. Maybe we're seeing a hybrid setup in regards to half qualifying, half race, and then changing a setup at the pit stop. So he's got enough speed for the first few laps.
It's Probably not a bad idea, considering where he is in the standings. There's not too much pressure on him. He's got a decent starting spot, so he can afford to sort of burn a bit of time in qualifying. So, not a bad idea.
Something we haven't really thought about in regards to these sort of races, starting with higher pressures and making that, and then dropping the pressures at the pit stop. Muggleton of 24.1. Sorry, so good first sector time. A little bit faster than Justin's lap that we just saw. Really interesting to watch the guys through that right-hand sweeper there, running really wide to probably where I was making a few mistakes this week. I was running really early on the inside, or trying to clip the apex on the inside.
Oh, Muggo's in the moment there.
Yeah, I actually thought he may have hit the tyre barrier there as he was coming around.
It's an interesting point you bring up about that corner, because I know testing myself through the week, I did find that if I was on the inside there too much, there is a few bumps there, and it does sort of unsettle the car because you are full throttle and trying to, get a good exit out of that turn. So, like what we saw with Ruggier and Muggo, that they do run a little bit wider just to probably dodge those bumps a little bit.
I guess as well, it's the natural line where we've been, because we're coming up to that chicane and we're not doing that chicane anymore. So
Yeah.
I guess there's a little bit of mental there. You've got to try and drive it differently to what you have.
It's a bit like teaching the old dog new tricks.
Yeah, no hope with me. Skilly just runs a little bit wide and lock the brake. The entrance of the hairpin. We can go to Lee Ellis, who's on a pretty good lap. 24.3 for the first sector. This is a good first split. And right on cue.
Yeah, he's just going to say it looked a little bit hot coming into that turn and just couldn't quite pull it up.
The curse is still there, mate. The curse is still there.
You haven't lost your touch.
Nah, never. And Rob Hartley's actually on a pretty good lap at the moment. Coming up into the final hairpin. Lap, I think, will be an improvement for Hartley. 1:32.9. No, 33.1. Very close. Go to one of the most out there looking liveries in the field, Mitch Abril. The LMR Race Centre car.
The boys have got a little bit creative with that. It's a nice touch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good looking car. Mitch probably hasn't had as much success as he would have liked this season. Running a little bit wide there, but probably, he's pulled it up. Great work. I thought that was lap done there, but he's managed to pull it up. He may not have actually lost any time.
Did a good job when you have a moment like that coming into that section. Sometimes you drift wide and you're off into the gravel trap, but did a good job and he's going on with it.
And he also did that wide line at the hairpin there too. He's pulled it up for the chicane. He almost didn't pull it up, but did a good job.
Trying to see, I haven't got him in the top 25 on the timesheets, so
33.0 for him this week is his best lap.
Oh, so it's not far out of the top 25, sorry.
Be interesting to see if this lap time will actually count there. He was very aggressive through the curb there. Took a lot of dirt. Just pulling it up again. He's
A lot of
really using all of that brake pedal. And across the line with a 33.8, so I don't think he'll be overly happy with that lap. Here's Muggleton. This lap looks very, very good on the times.
So Muggo will be looking to beat a 31.5 to make any time. The next one is Ruggier in front of him with a 31.4. So let's see what this time produces.
31.464. Great lap.
Oh, not quite enough to grab Ruggier though. Ruggier's was a 4.21.
And Justin Ruggier starting his lap. And may not last very long. If he keeps driving like that, that was committed. We're halfway through this qualifying session now, 10 minutes down, 10 to go. And a good first sector from Justin, 24.2. 24.1's about the quickest we've seen at the first checkpoint, so he's right on cue for a really good lap.
It was good just listening to the car. You could hear that he actually plucked third gear nice and early just to prevent a bit of that wheel spin. You can see he's trying to get a bit of a toe there.
Using all the road, the outside wheels on the line. Wow, that was good.
Nice and close. You can't get much closer to those tyre bundles there.
You wouldn't want to be standing on that tyre barrier, would you? Commitment levels at maximum here, isn't it? This is a great lap from Justin. Good second sector, 42.7.
So the time he has to beat, his time was a 31.421 for the week. Pole is a 31.255.
And I think he's just pulled it up at the end of that lap. He locked it up coming into the final corner. Might see if we can go John Latham. No, he's just decided to do an out lap. Simon Black is on a flying lap. Black into the final hairpin. Really different line on the exit there. And looks like he may actually be doing race laps. Might go Tony Autridge, just misses the tyre bundle. Best lap for the week of 1:32.514, which is a pretty good lap. Second sector, 43.3.
It's interesting to see how aggressive the boys get. They're trying to... Oh, that was the end of it. Just going to say...
Speak about aggression.
Yeah, he's going to stay out of the way. But yeah, those guys really grabbing a lot of curb through that quick sort of left-right-hander.
John Kelly's rather lucky there that he was on an out lap and not on a flying lap as he's about to start it. So Sean at the moment currently P5 for the week of 1:31.718. Been there or thereabouts all season, regularly in the top 5 in qualifying, just hasn't been able to put the race package together. Has had quite a bit of bad luck actually this season. Of course, ended up on his roof in that big one at VIR.
It's never a good day, is it, when you haven't got all 4 wheels touching the tarmac?
Well, even when you've only got 3, you usually aren't having that good a day, but to have none, and apparently there was a few guys taking photos and making sure they were getting all the under tray and
doing a bit of a Larry Perkins and call the bark, eh?
Well, didn't a few years ago, Brad Jones, used to roll cars at Pukekohe all the time, so didn't he actually want to put advertising space on the under tray of his car? Thought it gets enough TV time, yeah.
The old stickers with "this way up" on the mirror.
This has actually been a really clean lap, John.
Looks reasonably settled over the bumps too.
Oh. If you can get this final corner together, we may see an improvement. It'll be very, very close to the time he's already done. Got to get a nice drive out of this corner, not too loose. .32.2, so he dropped half a second. That's a bit surprising. I thought that lap was a lot better than that.
Got some drivers that are, I think most of them are on a warm-up lap at this stage.
Yeah, be Rob Hartley on the best flying lap at the moment. Nice and committed through this part of the track. This is probably the most enjoyable part of the track, coming up that rise and then over the blind left-hander. You don't expect when you come around that corner because there could be a pile-up, there could be anything going on there. I do notice Rob Hartley's actually running a good number tonight too, so
yes,
rather happy with Rob. We'll talk to him later and shake his hand.
Boy knows what's good for him.
That's right. Because Mitch Abril also runs that number as well, so he's actually probably upset that Rob's running that number. Go to Josh Muggleton, a really good first sector.
Does that mean we're going to have to fight over it on a Wednesday night now?
Yeah, well, no, because we get allocated a number as Muggleton ends his lap, too much wheel spin. If you did miss the news, we have announced that we will be broadcasting every Wednesday night starting next season. Wednesday Night Trucks, the first time in Australia that there will be a live stream of a NASCAR or / Oval series. So really looking forward to bringing that to everyone next season.
So I'm going to have to work on a sponsorship package, mate. See if I can get someone on the side of the truck. I'm really looking forward to that. It should be brilliant fun. Bring on Wednesday nights.
Big help. Big thanks to our friends at Sim Instruments for helping us put that together. Also, again, as always, big thanks to our friends at V8 Supercar Fan Group. If you are watching over this, big hello. Thank you as well to all the guys at V8 Supercar Fan Group for getting behind us this season and helping us out, and last season as well.
And also big hats off to the boys at V8 Supercar Fan Group for putting up the live stream of Le Mans 24 Hour too. That was brilliant. I know when I wasn't able to be close to the television, I logged straight onto V8 Supercar Fan Group and watched, they had a link there, the live broadcast, so well done to those boys. That was really good.
Yeah, it was fantastic. An awesome weekend. Sad weekend, but an awesome weekend. Abril across the line, 33-1 almost. Proves his time only 1/10 away. I haven't seen any big movements at the moment. It's Justin Ruggier starting his probably final attempt with not long left on the clock into the final 2.5 minutes. Needs to get a good exit out of this corner. Really sets up the fast sweeping left-hander around the lake.
Pretty keen to get the power down.
Really good first sector, 24-1. This is where he needs to be to try and push for pole position. Interesting watching Justin through here. He takes that inside line. As we were saying, a lot of the guys going outside there, hugging the inside curb.
He's obviously comfortable with the setup he's got as far as his shock and spring package and everything else. He's committed through there.
That was almost bye-bye front left. There's nothing left. I think he's just glad the guys ahead of him might have hit it and moved it a tiny little bit, that tyre barrier. Great second sector, 42.7. This lap is on. This could be pole position. Just got to watch out for traffic coming into the final corner.
So the time he's got to beat is 1:31.421. That's his fastest time, but the current pole position time of 1:31.255. So that's the time he's looking to beat.
Oh, didn't quite do it. 4.83. Very close to his best lap. Great lap though. The final minutes, so the guys will now be looking to get this done. Muggleton starting his final attempt. 24-1 again at the first sector, so this is on again. The fastest time in this session. Hasn't been able to improve his position though. Latham good first sector too, so he's currently in P9. Muggleton's got to get this right. Oh,
jeez, hold the breath stuff through that first part of the chicane, isn't it?
Wouldn't want to do that during the race, would you?
No.
There's no line there. Good second sector, maybe not quite enough left. That's the end of it.
All over.
bang.
All he did was unfortunately got that left rear in the dirt, and that was it.
That might actually be the end of the session. Don't know if there's anyone else still with time to go. Maybe Mitch Aberrell?
Oh, wiggle.
The checkered flag is out.
Here he goes.
And that's the end of the session. It's Aberrell. Oh, I said to Justin. Just, hello, how you going?
So you got any setup tips there, Roger?
Go to Simon Black, who will be the last driver to put down a lap time. Oh, commitment plus.
Yeah, looks like he's aborted this, is he? No, he's still going on with it.
Hearing a little bit of a laugh from Justin. He thinks that starting in P2 is better than P1, so he pulled out of that flying lap. Don't know what to make out of that.
Yeah.
Probably a bit of sarcasm. Not too bad in the second sector here from Black. Get into the final corner. And he's going to practice pit entry.
Oh, is he what?
Whoa! That's a committed entry. That should end qualifying, I believe. The results of this session on the screen at the moment. Muggleton, fastest driver, improved his time for the week. Hasn't improved a position though, only missed out by that 42 1,000ths of a second, so basically nothing. Justin Druggy is second fastest in the session. John Latham third fastest. Sean Kelly fourth fastest. Matthew Hill fifth. Lee Alasdale Niche, James McKnight, Rob Hartley and Mitch Aberrell. That won't really shake up the actual starting top 10 for the race, but it's definitely going to be a nice close one tonight.
Yeah, it looks like the boys are fairly happy with the cars underneath them, and if they're not, bad luck. I think we're almost out of time now before the race starts, so they've got what they got, and yeah, it should be a great race.
Just can confirm there has been one change in the standings in the European Server. Richie Stanaway has managed to move up to P7, so he is the biggest mover from that session. So he posted a 1:31.907. So we'll start the race from P7, but if, as we heard, John Emerson may not be racing tonight, so that'll be P6. So a good gain there for Stanaway. Yeah, we will take a quick break. We'll be back in around about 7 minutes' time. You are watching V8sonline's live coverage of the iRacing.com V8 Supercar Series from Oulton Park.